Folks, you have to be very wary nowadays of who comes into your life, of who speaks to you, of who talks to you, of who was talking in your ear. Because a lot of people are only there to distract you from your purpose. A lot of people just want to live rent-free in your head. But if you have true strength, true will, true determination, true intelligence, experience, wisdom, knowledge, it's going to be very hard to get in your block of a head. It's going to be very hard. You would be surprised who was really for you and who was not. You would be surprised who's trying to take you off your purpose and who was not. When's the last time someone's actually done something that benefited you in any way, even in a little way, that didn't even, it wasn't even anything, but it was like a benefit to you because it gave you like a good time, some excitement, a fun time, and it didn't rob you in the process. Because as far as I'm concerned, when you have a lot going for you, a lot of people is going to want to just come to take a piece of you. So many people. But they don't want to do nothing that's going to benefit you. That's going to be a win-win situation for you and them. So when's the last time someone's actually done something when it wasn't favors? When's the last time? It's always costing you either your time or money, isn't it? And not them. Because they want your time. They want your money. They want your attention. It's costing you. It's draining your energy. It's supplying them. So when's the last time someone's actually done something that had a benefit for you, even in a small way? It's been a long time, hasn't it? It happens for me the odd time, and it's an amazing feeling because it's a win-win. It's a win-win. But it don't happen often because most of the time someone's just trying to take something from you. Most of the time someone's reaching out to just rob you. The amount of times, and this is a whole other video about brothers, the amount of times I've been robbed and just felt at an unease what just happened. Ridiculous. Whether it be my time, my money, my resources, whatever it might be. Ridiculous. And it's an amazing feeling to get smarter, to gain more wisdom, more knowledge. So it starts to never happen. And you would be surprised how few of people is going to be in your circle at that point. Because you're not easy to be used. People love others that they can easily use, that they're smarter than. I love people that's smarter than me. That's the difference between me and so many individuals. So many individuals on earth, they love to be the smartest one and to manipulate everybody else so they can benefit. I love to be around other smart people. That's all I listen to in my own ear. I don't even have time for dumbass people. Ever. And it'd be the dumbass people trying to manipulate you. Until they realize, oh shit. This guy's smarter than we thought. This guy's much smarter than we thought. We can't get him, so we're not even going to talk to him no more. We're not even going to try no more. Because he has got a brick. He's got a brick skull. It's hard to get in. Good. These are the same people that's trying to distract you from your life's purpose. People's trying to gaslight your mind. They're trying to get in your head. They're trying to mess you up. They're trying to take your lunch money. And are you going to take that? Are you going to take that, brother? No, you're not. So don't let it happen. Be very wary of these individuals. Very wary. When you gain enough experience and you've seen enough things and lived enough life, it's just going to be lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser people around you. Because what you're going to realize is most of what everyone's doing in the world is trying to use others to get ahead. It's happened to me so many times that it make your head spin. In the past, it's been very difficult to do it for me for the last 7-8 years, at least. It's been very hard. And there was the least amount of people in my life. It went from so many people in my life to giving so many benefits to then everything just dropping off. Because you get sick and tired of people's patheticness. You get sick of it. It's just that you demand yourself at such a level that others don't demand themselves at that level. But you're very hard on yourself. You work very hard and you're becoming a better human being that has more to give, that has more value. And most of these individuals, they declined. You inclined. They declined. And that's why so many people fall off. And they can no longer be around you no more. And that's life. Pete, you guys have to even get used to, as a chosen one, your cutoff game has to be strong. Solid. If someone is not good for you, get them away. Get them away. Because if you keep messing up, by letting them use you, it's only going to piss you off more and more and more. Because you're going to realize what happens. And it's happened to me. That's the point I got to. It's I got used because I'm useful. You don't get used because you're useless, like I said in a video before this. You don't get used because you're useless. You get used because you're useful. And when you're young, people just love doing it. But once you get a little bit older and better, more knowledge, more wisdom, more everything, more abundance, it's very hard to do that to you because you become a professional human being. And now you belong around other professional human beings and the wrath of society dies around you. You can no longer get around just anybody because you're higher up now. And it's not that we don't like people. I'm a people person myself. I love to be around the right people and the right energy. But when it comes to most of society today is sick. It's really that bad. It really, really is that damn bad. So that it's better to be by yourself than to be around the sick. Because if you're around sick people, what do you think's going to happen to you? You cornball. You're going to get sick. I ain't getting sick. You got COVID, you think I'm coming around you, bud? Absolutely not. You think you're walking into my door? Absolutely not. Because I ain't getting sick. You're going to have to recover. You're going to have to do what's necessary. You're going to have to put in the work to come around me again. Once you do that, then talk to me. The way you are with yourself is the way you have to be with other human beings, and this is what I've come to realize in life. You can't be around other human beings. If you demand certain things from yourself and you live your life at that standard, those are the people you have to be around and surround yourself with. Because you can think you're so dedicated and so hardworking and all this stuff, but if you're getting around the walking dead and the sick people, you're becoming sick yourself. Don't fool yourself. You are. And how long is it going to take for you to realize that? I guess I'm just blessed because I realized it so young. I've made the mistakes. The problem is, if you keep getting older and older and older and older and older and older, and you don't realize shit till 40 or 50 like some people, oh my God, I wish I knew what I knew at your age, is what a lot of people say. It's because you didn't learn fast enough. You didn't open up. It's like these people didn't want to open up their eyes. You probably had many opportunities that you could have become awakened and lived a more strict life. But some people just want to let things slide, because it's easier if I just let things slide. Because I can keep being around people, and I can keep being codependent. With me, once I see the truth, bro, I have to live by it now. If I see that somebody is not good for me, and I know about them, the fuck you think I'm gonna do? Keep being around them? No, I don't want to get sick. Even when it came to the past person I was with in the past, for the longest time. It's like, we were young. And even when things got bad, and a little bit toxic, and unfair, and just stupid, and they would make a terrible decision, and then come back to me again, and make a terrible decision, and come back to me again, I let things slide. Because I simply gave them an excuse of how young we were. Okay. They're just young. They realize, they realize what they did wrong. They'll make it right this time. I can give them that. All right. And things kept happening. And things kept happening. And things kept happening. And then their own mother tells them, don't be doing that. You're going to be sorry. Both of us laying in the bed in here and stuff like that. I'm just like, she got a good point. Yeah. Because there's only so much one can take. And then we get to the age of a young adult. 18, 19, 19, 20. And then shit keeps happening. I can no longer give you an excuse. It's done. This is a wrap. This is dissolved. I'm now sickened with what I'm seeing, with what's going on. I'm now sickened. So I was always pretty on point. Even at that age, I was never completely dumb, completely naive. And then you just grow past everything, and it's like, most people just continue to live mindless existences. They have no idea what they're doing when they get into a relationship. They have a kid with the wrong person. They do a whole bunch of stupid shit. What are you even thinking? Like, people don't think things through. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what are you thinking? You thought wrong. You were wrong, weren't you? You were wrong. And like, there's mistakes you can't come back from. You can't. How are you gonna come back from that one? You can't. Your life is tainted forever. Forever. You are tainted. But anyways, a lot of people, bro, is just trying their best to take you off your game, to take you off your purpose. And you have to be smart enough to see this, to understand it, to recognize it, or else you're doomed, because they're going to get you. A terrible, terrible thing is going to happen, a terrible mistake, and you're going to be sorry. You accidentally get pregnant by the wrong person. You accidentally get the wrong person pregnant, vice versa, whatever it may be. Someone's going to get it even worse than the other, but it's not going to be good for either. Like, you got to really be strict. You really got to be on point. Like, don't you want to have a 2-parent household with a healthy marriage or relationship, with healthy children, children that look up to you? Don't you want that? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Or do you want to be a single parent with a miserable existence? Not saying every single parent is miserable, but you don't want it, brother. Because regardless of what anybody says, it's never the ideal situation to be in. It never is. But it might be better for a single parent to be single rather than be with their partner, but that's a tainted mistake that you can't take back. Thank Jesus Christ for the intuitive powers that I have. Because if I wasn't me, probably would have took my ex back when they try to come back 3 years later. Wouldn't be who I am today. Not even close. Probably not. You can't get fooled, bro. You cannot get fooled. I can't stress it enough. People, bro. I genuinely feel like there's so many of you still making big mistakes today. And I just don't want to see it happen to anybody. You don't want it to happen to yourself. I don't want to see it happen to you. You don't want life to go that way. You gotta be hard on yourself. You gotta be strict with yourself. You gotta demand so much of yourself. Stay patient. That's when the best things come. And these things are not necessarily easy, but it is a must. Unless you want to wind up in a tough situation. You don't want that. You don't want to pick a partner too fast, marry too fast, have a kid too fast. And stuff of that nature. You just don't. Unless you know for a fact it is the one. And things are just so good. Even then, you gotta watch the hell out, bro, because people can switch up. Like, nothing's guaranteed in this life. Nothing. And it's a risk. You can eat, like, this is also the truth. You can be as safe and as patient as you want to be. Something bad could still happen, so at the end of the day, really nobody's safe. It's all about risk. But with that being said, you want to make the decisions you make as safe as possible for your own sake. Because if you take a very high risk on something that you think, but it's not even like that, you think you know your partner, but you don't, you weren't patient enough. You got too desperate, you got too needy, you got too clingy, you went in too quick. And you will pay the price for something like that a lot of the time. But yeah. And a lot of these people that we're speaking about, they are coming to you to try to distract you. They want to talk to you about you. They want to do weird things. You have to be careful. Everybody nowadays has an agenda almost, it seems like. And they don't know how much we know. And it's funny to me. It's funny to me to see the way people speak. It's funny to me to see the way people are, their reactions, their facial structures of the conversations in real life. To see in their eyes, to see what they're thinking, to see what they're doing. To see the way people text you, and you know there's an agenda behind it. Fascinating. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into with you. And that's what's fascinating about it. Chosen ones are always 3 steps ahead. I'm about 8 steps ahead. That's what people don't understand. You can't blame me. Nobody. Have fun with it. Not gonna happen. I will prolong things with you. I'll make you work. I will break you. I don't care who you are. I will push you to the extreme. I will break you. And I don't mean that in like a crazy bad way. I'm gonna get out of you what's really in you, and that's what I'm gonna see. And guess what? People like this break. Fresh and Fit, for example, and I'm gonna explain what I mean here by breaking your spirit. Fresh and Fit got on one of their friends on their podcast. His name is Neon, and they took Neon's girlfriend on. And Fresh or Fit, I don't know which one was which, but it was Myron, broke this girl live, almost made her break down because he was getting lies out of her. He was getting stuff out of her because he's smart. And she was so triggered, so mad, because she has an agenda dating this Neon guy, because this Neon guy has a lot of clout. He has a lot of attention. He has a big ass following. That girl is an OnlyFans chick. She's dating him, didn't even sleep with him yet. She's dating him just to gain clout off of his name. This kid's 19, she's older than him. But she's doing this so she can up her OnlyFans page. They got them on the podcast. Myron absolutely obliterated her. And this is what I do with everybody in my life. I'm gonna get things out of you. You have no idea what's going on. You think you do. You think the manipulator thinks they're manipulating you. You're playing it cool. You're getting the truth out of these people. You're playing the long game. You're seeing what really is. And that's what Myron does to everybody. He plays the long game. If you see the way he gets girls on this podcast, he's cool, calm, collected. He's doing what he does. He gets things out of them. Because girls are very covert. They hide things. They hide their intentions. They don't want to put their intentions out there. Because that's women's power, is not putting their intentions out there. They hide what they're doing. It's very covert. And that's why I said 90% of the time when a woman talks to me, when they're saying something to me, I am detecting lies on the go. Like, they really think I'm just believing everything they're saying. Like, are you actually kidding me? And I'm not saying they do this 24/7, like 100% of the time, but a very high percentage of the time. And you guys have to also take into consideration how many females reach out to me and the things that happen. You have to take that into consideration. I've seen a lot of things, folks. Like, a lot of things. And this is why I'm saying be careful, because people's just trying to distract you from your purpose. And now, this camera's about to die, so I gotta turn off this video right now. I'll be out. Because if I don't shut it off now, the video will not even be here, so I gotta do that.